Welcome to the Den, the Dark Entertainment Network. I'm the Gothic Rose, and this is the dark tale of the day. Welcome to the Den, the Dark Entertainment Network. I'm the Gothic Rose, and this is a channel where the news meets conspiracy theories. It makes babies in my brain, and it comes out my mouth. If you like this type of content, be sure to like, subscribe, follow, and hit that bell. We are back after a brief hiatus with more haunted history of Hollywood. Thank you for your patience. My old system was going for a long time, and it just happened to the other day, right after recording. Thankfully, I got that one recording in, and I have this great new equipment that I absolutely love. So now we're continuing talking a bit about Rudolph Valentino and the Ring of Destiny. Now, Rudolph Valentino, as we know, was the heartthrob. He was billed in Hollywood as a Latin lover, but he was born Rodolfo Pietro Filberto Raffaello Guglielmi di Valentina di Angolea, and he was Italian. So he had an early death in the 1926, and he was 31 years old, and it's just a really tragic story. So let's talk about this destiny ring and how he was drawn to it in a pawn shop in San Francisco, California. This is a tiger's eye set in plain silver, semi precious stone tiger's eye. Now, this is what is said to be the destiny ring. I don't know if this is the actual ring or a replica or one that looks similar to it, but the tiger's eye really holds a lot of power. I've known it as the samadhi stone. Now, tiger's eye boosts courage and confidence. It has a lot to do with protection against negative energy and the evil eye. It enhances mental clarity. It has a lot of grounding and balancing properties, and it brings luck and prosperity. Now, also, it shimmers like a cat eye. So it really adds to the mystique, and it's absolutely a favorite jewelry and stone to use in spiritual practices, especially around the full moons. Now, samadhi really is a deep meditative state of enlightenment and inner peace. So it's possible that that is what drew Rudolph Valentino to the Destiny Ring. So again, this is the same photo of the alleged Destiny Ring, and this was purchased in 1920 by Rudolph Valentino in a shop in San Francisco. So the shopkeeper did warn him that the ring was cursed, but Rudolph Valentino was actually intrigued by the ominous tale, and he insisted on buying it. So here he is. This is him and his co star in the movie that was a box office flop, The Young Raja. Now, this was very unusual for Rudolph Valentino to have any kind of flops, but he wore this destiny ring during filming, and then he wore it again during filming of Son of the Sheik shortly before his untimely death from acute peritonitis. Again, what was going on in the 1920s with peritonitis? As you recall, both Virginia Rapp and Harry Houdini died of peritonitis. Now, where you see the hand circled right here, that is supposed to be the destiny ring on Rudolph Valentino's hand, but it does not look like the tiger's eye ring. So I wonder if he really did wear it or not, because this ring looks slightly different. Now, this is where it gets interesting for me because, like I said, the top ring depicts what the destiny ring was said to have looked like: a tiger's eye, a very powerful spiritual stone set in a plain silver setting. But what you see circled looks more like the ring down below listed Valentino ring at the National Museum history. So this is associated with Rudolph Valentino, and it features an Egyptian pharaoh design. And this reflected the fascination with Valentino's films and persona because he bought all of these different rings and wore them on set. Now, this ring was originally purchased at a department store in Cleveland, Ohio, and it was popular among teenagers in the 1920s. So this was a fashion statement ring. This was not the destiny ring, and I think that it's what we see circled here. And this is my favorite photo of Rudolph Valentino in the chic, and listen to what my new equipment can do. Could Rudolph Valentino's death be linked to this destiny ring? Or was it yet again another case of untreated peritonitis, which really seemed to be an epidemic in the 1920s? Let me know what you think, because by all odds, this ring should have protected Rudolph Valentino. But if an object is cursed, for it to take effect, number one, you have to believe in the curse. And number two, you have to start to let that curse affect you. But if there is cursed energy trapped in a stone, especially a powerful stone like a tiger's eye, it can cause some havoc, especially when the stone is of a larger size that you wear on your body. Years ago, when I was a yoga teacher and a Pilates instructor, I started to study Ayurvedic healing. And I had always studied gemstones and everything my whole life, reading tarot cards and all that. So I flew out to Albuquerque, New Mexico to take a course at the Ayurvedic Institute, which I believe is in Asheville, North Carolina now. And the course was with Dr. Basant Lad, who I had taken courses with before at Ananda Ashram in Monroe, New York. Now, he had never offered this course before in gemstones and vibrational healing. But one of the things that he did say about the size of gemstones is if they are too big, they are drawing in too much energy, and you have to wear smaller stones. So that could have had something to do with it as well. Let me know. Do you believe in the curse of the destiny ring? I am loving learning so much about the history of Hollywood, and I may not catch up to 2025 by the time spooky season rolls around, but that's no problem because it will just give us more to talk about in the spring. And of course, my weekly hot mess of Hollywood. And that is the current dark events that I find the darkest. If you have any dark tales of Hollywood you would like to share, from movies to actors to directors, producers, anything you've got, email me at welcome to the den podcast at gmail.com. Thank you, dear fiends of the den. I appreciate each and every one of you who is part of this community. And if you do like this content, please share, like, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell. Thank you for joining me in the den. The Dark Entertainment Network is here for all your macabre needs.